Hello, friends. Music Man from his man cave, and suppose my uh, followers that I have, or I've had some of them ask me, where have you been? What's going on? Why don't you do more movie reviews and game reviews and such? Well, the reason is number one is as you start down this path of being more intelligent with your money, you discover that anything out of proportion can become a huge expense and drain on your finances. Now, I don't know how these other guys do it that do reviews on YouTube. I mean, they watch every movie that comes out. You know, The Boy, check. The Forest, check. The Hateful Eight, check. The Revenant, check. Star Wars, check. Trainwreck, check. There's some of those movies, yeah. When I go to the movie theater, I look at it and say, that looks like one I'll see. No. Maybe I don't even, no, I'll never watch that. Oh, okay, that would be a good, that kind of a documentary kind of style. I'll watch that. I'll see if I can get it at the library. That's one I might rent. That one, I definitely want to see that one. That's what happens with me. So let's talk a little bit more about it. Why I've become much more selective about the music, the movies, and the games, and the things that I do. And what's happened, the evolution of Ted. Here we go. Coming right at you. Music Man from his man cave. What's happened, Ted? You were going real strong there. You had lots of reviews on movies and such, but something's happened to you. Well, priorities. Priorities. Number one is that I got to make sure that I'm going to have enough money to retire, and that I am going to have enough money for provision, and that I am going to be able to do the things that are coming up in the near future that I want to do, and that takes money. And so I have to choose. Do I go to, this movie, which is, let's just call it Poo Flinging Monkeys, to review for you, or do I say, I think there's going to be better movies than that? The latter is true. I am very careful now about what movies that I go to the movie theater to see. And you can see what the best stuff. I'm really struggling with the worst stuff because the only movies I've seen that are pretty bad are on Netflix. They've already been out, and they're really not 2015. I haven't really... I can spot a bad movie now very quickly. Very quickly. And I'm sure you can too. I'm not into the horror genre. It's just not me. I don't enjoy a good horror flick. Number one is because they're so dumb. The last one I watched was, finally sat down, I'd seen John Carpenter's The Thing back on HBO in the 1980s, and I finally watched the new one. And it was entertaining, and it had me just sitting there thinking. So, if this creature is a virus, they should quarantine themselves and eliminate themselves and make sure no one can leave the place and so forth. If it literally replaces you at the molecular level, if this thing escaped there, it wouldn't just destroy a million people, it would destroy the entire human race. But I digress. That was The Thing, the newer The Thing. It had that girl from Sky High about the superheroes in it. And it had that guy that's in a lot of movies, Now The Gift. I haven't seen it yet. It looks kind of creepy, kind of like Cape Fear or something like that. Gives me a bad vibe. If I can pick it up at a pawn shop for $2 or less, I might watch it. But other than that, it just didn't. It's not. I don't want to be creeped out. It doesn't appeal to me. I know. Let me know down below. Is it a great movie? Because I know these other YouTube guys, they recommend a lot of movies, and I was like, what did they see? This is garbage. This movie is a waste of my eyeballs. Why would I ever watch this schmaltz? It's awful. And also, it's hard to take advice from guys that cuss like longshoremen and do perverted things and talk about perverted things while they're giving you a movie review. That kind of, Okay, if they really like this movie, sometimes I have to see, that these guys actually don't have much of a moral compass. They'll watch anything that comes out. Anything that comes out. I mean, anything. They will actually go to, what was that movie called? Shades of Grey? They'll go to these movies. When I looked at the movie and saw, oh, it's torture porn, I said, not going. I am not interested in some hideous woman that wrote something on her BlackBerry and put it on. Ew, it's gross. So anyway, that's what's happened to me. I have a budget. My budget, I think it's about $60 a month. I end up spending $80. So I still go over my budget, to my wife's chagrin. But I've budgeted, and I have this much money to spend on movies. And so if there's a movie you really think I should see, let me know. If you have a question for me, theological, home repair, so forth, I'm a jack of all trades and a master of none. I'll see if I can answer it. I'm just here basically to... the reason I started this in the first place is I got disgusted with the guys that think what we think is a great movie. Oh, they tell us what a great movie is, and we go to it and we go, that was not a great movie. And then a great movie comes out that's highly entertaining, visually stunning, and they say it was just dumb and it didn't have a good enough story, and that's what got me started. Also, so my reviews are a lot longer than these other guys. They give like 2-minute reviews, 3-minute reviews. I, on average, give 10 minutes. So there's only so long you can hear me talk. So when I have something to say about a subject matter, like right now, about being smart with your money, doing things in moderation, I can't watch every movie that comes out. Now, if you know a movie you really think I should see, that you think is great, let me know down below. And some of you have done that, and I watched them, and I laughed hysterically. That Trolls 2, it killed me. It was really funny and dumb. I really enjoyed that. Thank you for, and then the corrections. Someone corrected me about, I said James Franco instead of James Schrader for, Age of Ultron. Kudos to you. Yeah, correct me. That's what this is about. James Schrader Blacklist. Red Reddington. Yeah, he's the guy that was the voice of Ultron. So that's what's going on with me. That's what's going on in my world. One of my Camrys got destroyed in an accident. So now I'm driving a 1986 Toyota pickup. Good truck. Really good truck. Ask me to review it sometime if you're interested and you really want to know about those 80s pickup trucks. Has a little bit of rust and it runs like a top. I shared with you my plumbing project this summer, what's happening, the movies I'm looking forward to that's coming up. I'm really looking forward to this Superman versus Batman movie. It looks really, really interesting. Suicide Squad, not so much. Sorry. Maybe it'll surprise me like Guardians of the Galaxy did. And I did enjoy Ant-Man. It just wasn't quite, one of my top, but it would be an honorable mention. Anyway, if you have any questions for me, anything that, you want to know, I'm here, and you can ask me questions, and I pay attention to when people ask me questions or make comments, and I love being corrected, because I make mistakes too. I don't know where, James Franco in my mind came from, because I know he wasn't the voice of Ultron. Did I like the movie? Yes, I did. The critics, I think, were really, really harsh. Their expectations were way too high. I thought it was a good graphic novel, comic book romp. And it has its problems, absolutely. But would I watch it again today? Yes, I would. I enjoy it. I enjoy that team. I like Scarlett Johansson, and I like, Steve Rogers, and the guy that plays him. You guys can name him down below. Of course, I enjoy, I'm sorry that I like Jeremy Renner. I don't know why people are so critical of Hawkeye. Don't ask me. I mean, I don't know why they're so critical of that character. He seems kind of a cool guy to me. Anyway, see, once again, my videos run a little longer. And so, there it is. That's what's going on in my world. My world right now, today, I'm taking off to my father-in-law's birthday. I have a life. I don't just sit around and watch. I know I will not watch Pride and Prejudice and Zombies. Sorry. Kung Fu Panda 3? Maybe. I might go with my nephews and stuff. I hear it's pretty good. You know, I like Kung Fu Panda. It's fun. It's a fun romp. It's not a great movie, but it's fun. Uh, my dogs right now are waiting for their me to play ball with them, so I gotta go. So anyway, if you have anything you want to talk to me about, let me know. Take care. Music Man signing out.